What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 14 of the NCAA football season. It's the final regular season week before conference championships and all that. Let's get started. So, the first game is Ole Miss taking on Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. Now, Ole Miss dealing with the possibility of, um, you know, it's getting dealing with that Lane Kiffin situation of whether he's gonna stay, go, whatever. You hear about it in the news, whatever. They're playing very good right now. They're 10-1. They're facing a Mississippi State team that isn't very good. Needs a win to be bowl eligible. This is a rivalry game. Anything can happen at times, right? But give me Ole Miss to win this game and move to 11-1. Then you got Utah taking on Kansas. Give me Utah to win this game. Kansas, I don't really know what's going on with them. They're okay. They need this win to be bowl eligible, but give me Utah to win. It's not going to happen for Kansas. Sorry. Not this time. Then you have Georgia taking on Georgia Tech. Now, a year ago, these teams played. Georgia Tech almost beat Georgia. I'm not sure it's going to be like that. Give me Georgia to win against Georgia Tech. They've been a good surprise, this season. They were undefeated for a while, and then they were one loss for a while, right? And they lost a week ago, which I said they would do, and they did. They're not going to beat Georgia this time. They're not even going to. I don't know if it's really going to be close. It could, because sometimes they play tough. But give me Georgia to win. And then you got Indiana taking on Purdue. Not really going to say much about it, but give me Indiana. Then you got a battle of the Longhorn State. The Texas State, you got the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Texas Longhorn. Man, what a season for Texas A&M. Undefeated. They're likely a lock for the playoffs. They're a lock for the SEC championship with the win. With the loss, they won't, but they're probably a lock in the playoffs for sure. They're undefeated. They're number 3. They're taking on a Texas team that, well, yeah, they're 8-3, but they haven't been. They're kind of a disappointing team, I should say. They're not as good as a lot of people thought or maybe hoped, and not even them. They probably thought they would be a better team, right? But they're not. Give me A&M in that game. I don't know. Texas could beat them because they haven't been known to do it. If Texas does win, they would ruin A&M's chance of being in conference title game. However, give me A&M to win. It should be a good game and close game. But give me Texas to not win. Unfortunately, right? Because, Texas probably has the series against them. But in this case, just based off how the teams have been playing, give me A&M. Then you got the Battle of Arizona. You got Arizona and Arizona State. Now this game is going to go either way. It could go either way. They're both top 25. They're both 8-3. Arizona's 5-3 in the Big 12. Well, Arizona State's 6-2. This is going to be a good game because they usually play good against each other. It's always a close game. Sometimes it's not. But in this case, it will be. And I'm going to go Arizona State at home. So give me Arizona State to beat Arizona Wildcats. I know Arizona is 1.5 point favorites, but give me the Sun Devils. Then you got a Big Ten matchup. You got Ohio State taking on Michigan. Ohio State, another lock for the playoffs, pretty much. Um, they're undefeated. They're number one. They've been number one since they beat Texas week one, and they haven't looked back. They're taking on a Michigan team that has been playing pretty good this season, and they are a possible playoff team. They have beaten Ohio State 3 straight years. Will that trend continue? Will they win for the 4th year in a row? No. Oh, actually, it was been 4 years in a row, actually. So will this be a 5th year in a row? No, it won't. Ohio State wins this game. Give me Ohio State. And then you got another Big 12 matchup. Texas Tech, a lock for the Big 12 championships, pretty much. Especially if they win this game, which they will. West Virginia is not a very good team. Give me Texas Tech to win. And then you got an ACC battle between Pitt Panthers and Miami Hurricane. Miami on the very lucky to be in the bracket of the playoffs currently. They're number 12. But Miami would be the 11th seed currently. They're taking on a Pitt team that had been playing very good, I guess. I'm surprised because they didn't look very good early on. They are playing Miami, who, beat Notre Dame week one, but has a loss against like SMU and all that. 5-2. I don't think there's no way for Miami to make the ACC title game. So, give me Miami to win, though. I think they will be able to beat Pitt. It's going to be a good game because Pitt is pretty good, but give me Miami to win. And then you got another Big 12 matchup, UCF versus BYU. Now, BYU 17.5-point favorites. They did lose to Texas Tech. That is their only loss. And if Central Florida wins, they will probably become bowl eligible. But give me BYU to win. And, Then you got a Big Ten matchup. Oh boy, these teams like each other. You got the Oregon Ducks taking on the Washington Huskies. Yeah, they love each other all the time, They're great friends. Not. They don't like each other at all. Oregon, very good. They had one loss, what's not a bad loss. They came to Indiana, right? So, unless some random thing happens, Oregon will not be in the Big Ten championship. But they will win this game. Give me Oregon to beat Washington Huskies. I know the last time they played in Seattle at the UW, they lost. But give me Oregon to win this game. And then you got a battle SEC. You got Oklahoma hosting LSU. Oklahoma 9-2 this season, a complete opposite of last season. They're currently in a playoff spot, but with the loss, LSU could ruin Oklahoma's playoff chances. And you know what? Give me LSU to win and ruin Oklahoma's playoff chances. Then you got Vanderbilt versus Tennessee. So the Battle of Tennessee. Give me Vanderbilt to win. Then you got the Battle of Virginia. Virginia and Virginia Tech. Give me Virginia to win. And then you got Alabama versus Auburn. Now, Alabama is only 6.5-point favorite. They haven't looked very good as of late, but they've still been winning, but they haven't, their offense hasn't looked very good. But, Give me Alabama to win against Auburn. Then you got UCLA and USC. Give me USC. UCLA, they're done. Give me USC. Then you got Charlotte and Tulane. Give me Tulane. Charlotte's not any good. Tulane's pretty good right now. They would be the last team in as a 12 seed. Give me Tulane to win. Then you got SMU and California. SMU, man, they're playing great, but they're taking on a Cal team that is 6-5. I don't know how good Cal actually is, so I've seen them play a couple times, and sometimes they look good, but then other times during the game they look kind of bad. They look like they have a shot, and then they kind of screw up, ruin their chances. I'm going to go, give me SMU to win. I don't know if Cal is going to be able to manage to even be close in this game. They they could, but I doubt it. Give me SMU. And then finally, you got a battle between Stanford and Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame. That game ain't even going to be close. Stanford not going to do anything. So there you have it, folks. Week 14, college football.